And welcome back to Gaming for Grandparents. This is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the original Switch. And this is another video where my voice did not pick up during the in-game play. I think this time it was the OBS Studio that was not registering my voice, because I have not muted myself very much ever since the last time I had to do a voiceover. And we are in Kakariko Village. And it's probably just as well that the voiceover did not work for this entire video, because I think I kept referring to it as Kakariko Village instead of Kakariko Village. So what I'm trying to do in this episode is I was trying to get the 5 rings unlocked so that I could take care of this one sky island that has nothing but storms and clouds and next to no visibility. So in this village we have a bunch of what we call ring ruins, and it's basically all the stuff from the sky that came down. Southern Ring Ruin Research Journal, Corey, like the other ring ruins, these that fell to the plateau south of the village also held a stone slab. Curiously, we also discovered a flower growing in the ruin, the likes of which we have never seen. Reference is ancient facts revealed that it was a dandelion. We are currently borrowing a local plum orchard for our cultivation efforts and hoping our studies prove fruitful. Note, our investigations of the round device filled with the strange objects has meanwhile come to a standoff. And of course, when you accidentally hit the wrong button, you end up having to go through the entire book again. And it doesn't matter whether we're talking about Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. You're meant to follow the road to Kakariko Village from Lookout Landing, or Age of Cave of Resurrection, because this is a beginning game part where it teaches you about the dandelion and the importance of dandelions and things of that nature. Obviously, because I played it before, I didn't do that. So this is our first ring that we're coming into. We're going to read the journal here or talk to people. Maybe there isn't anything here after all. This is where I found the dandelion, so there must be seeds or something. Bah, and I bet tourists visiting the stone slab are going to trample everything soon. Come on, come on. I will need to look into those strange artifacts filled with capsules, and I need to tend to the dandelion. Oh, there's never enough time. Corey will be mentioned later. The stone slab at the Southern Ring ruins, some translation notes, Taro, who protect of Hyrule from the Demon King, together King. So I'm not sure what happened at this point in the video, because I can't remember, but I probably either had to sneeze or deal with my cat or something. But that's why you're getting a pause here after I looked at this note. There was known as sages. What I take from this is that it's about a facet of Hyrule as it was in those days. If I were to guess at how to fill in the gaps, it goes something like, there were those known as sages who protected the kingdom of Hyrule from the Demon King. Sometimes these rings may have a chest, so I always go to both ends just to see, and if I don't see anything, then I move on to the next one. And we do our uppies to get out of the ring, and then we move on to the next one. Now, of course, when it's raining, I can't climb on anything because I don't have the froggy suit yet. And I know a lot of players don't really like the froggy suit. The key thing with the froggy suit, once you complete that side quest and get that armor, is that as long as you don't jump up when you're climbing, you can slowly make it to the top in a froggy suit. So even though it's raining or a wet environment, that froggy suit actually does help. And you will still slip in the froggy suit, but you only go back 2 steps in a sense, whereas without it, you go back 5 steps and you never can make it through there. So we actually are going to get these beehives because we need it for one of the great fairies. So I'm going to use one of those puff cloud things. I don't remember what they're called. Um, so that the bees don't attack me. So now that the hive is on the ground and that dust storm blocked the bees from seeing me, I can easily just run over and grab it. So that's what I do love about those puffer shrooms or whatever. I can't remember what those things are called. But at any rate, they do kick up that dust storm. And but I need 3 of these beehives, so that is why I'm stopping to get this. And again, it's for a great fairy quest. And that's kind of why I don't like to use these puffer shrooms things, whatever they're called. I can't remember. Puff buds, puffer buds. I don't know. At any rate, and it's because they blind you as well, so you can't see your enemy. So it's not just your enemy can't see you; you can't see them. So that's why you have to kind of wait until the dust clears, and then you can go in and find, in this case, the beehive I was looking for. And there's actually 3 beehives in this area, so I think I'm just wandering around looking for the 3rd beehive. I don't need it because I already took advantage of another spot, and I don't need to get that beehive. So that's what I'm checking right now, is I do have the 3 right there, so I don't need to worry about this last one. I can move on to looking at the rings. But at the same time, I would like to get all 3. So I can't remember now, because this was a couple of weeks ago, whether I went around and kept looking for the 3rd one or not. But there is a 3rd one, and it does kind of, when you... I'm doing things a little bit backwards because I know I need to get this stuff. Oh, I did go ahead and get that 3rd one. Okay. Okay, just add the next one then. We haven't talked to the person that we need to give these to, so I'm doing things a little bit backwards, but he's the one that actually tells us that this is where it's at. So I don't mean to confuse anybody. It's just as you come across things that you know you need later in the game, I just stop for it. Hi there. Hi there. You come all this way out here to see the ring ruins, I bet. Well, next slide, please. Alright, what did I do? Watch your step so you don't fall into that chasm or get personal with any gloom. If you just can't help yourself gloom-wise, look for our resident gloom special, even by the tents. Anyhow, the chief here is determined to keep the ruins open for viewing. And next. Just steer clear of the stone slabs in the ring ruins. What a shame we can't do something about that. Alright. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I think he was talking about the 5th ring that we can't access right now. To think that a chasm would open so close to a village, we have to be constantly observing it. Is heading the ring ruins investigation. That leaves me to focus on the gloom. Watch it! Don't sneak up on me like that. Yikes, that was close. I'm a specialist in gloom, not defying gravity. One false step, and that's the end of my research. Now what brings you here? Have you come for professional consultation? On gloom perhaps? Nope, I don't need your help with gloom. Goodbye. Hey, you were just sneaking about with no good reason? That And that. You can't do that. I almost spell, you know. Dude, you are not the only gloom expert in this area or on this game. So maybe I already know what you were going to say. So I believe this is our second ring ruin. And we're just going to go up this little scaffolding that they've already built. And look at this slab. We have to look at the books for each slab. The stone slab at the eastern ring ruin. Some translation notes. Taro. Wind, flame, water, lightning, and time. Light who holds the secret stone. The person, dwell within, power, amplify, great mighty display. The thrust of the message on this slab is about something called secret stones. Those who held powers such as wind, flame, water, lightning, and light, and time, amplify them with secret stone. They used the stones to attain great might to accomplish their goals. That's what I'm guessing it would say if we could read the entire thing. Alright, so this is, I believe, our second one that we've read, and we're just going to keep wandering around here, apparently, stopping and staring at ourselves, and doing uppies when there's no area to do uppies. That was funny. I'm sorry, that cracked me up. I always try to do, uppies is probably or the ascend ability is probably one of my favorite. When I'm in Minecraft now, I'm like, oh, I can just do uppies to get, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Minecraft. So ascend ability does not work in Minecraft. And when I watch other people play games, whether it's Phasmophobia, Minecraft, whatever, I'm like, well, just ascend up. And it's like, oh yeah, that game doesn't have that. That is how much that ascend ability just makes me so happy. And there's no cooldown. You can use it as often as you want. But I like to get up high so that I can see everything around me and then fly to my next destination. So that's why I continuously will do uppies. I love it when I make a Link jump and then I forget to bring out the parachute, or the paraglider rather. Yeah, just wander all around. And I'm just wandering all around. I get him stuck. I'm just wandering all around this to make sure that I'm getting credit for being at this ring ruin. Sometimes I feel like, I'm missing something, which is all the time actually. So I always want to double check and just see, okay, have I touched everything that would make sure to give me credit so that when I do what I need to do later, it will actually work. And believe it or not, all of this is not necessary because I've already read the ring ruin, I believe, or the slab. So I don't think I have to do this, but there's no slab anywhere. So I'm moving on to the next area, which is over here, and we're going to get the next slab and get that translation. I don't know why I suddenly needed to deal with my weapons, but okay. Oh, maybe because it's starting to storm and I needed to make sure that I wasn't wearing an electrified one. Yeah, don't know. I also don't know why I'm doing these stairs, because most of the time I just try to do the uppies, but apparently I decided to do it this way this time. Go figure. Yeah, see, I normally do uppies. Sorry, and when I said stairs, I meant ladder. And this should be our third slab. Wake up, oh please wake up. Not far off, and he finds someone been sleeping on one of the stone slab, a priceless artifact. I'll be the one who gets it. Stone slab, or goodbye. And goodbye. I've got to do something about this guy soon. He's in the ruins above, and he'll come back here eventually. So now I'm going to talk to somebody that's asleep. Oh, Hardy Truffle, you're the only fungus for me. This is actually the innkeeper who left one of his customers in charge of the inn while he was trying to give blankets and stuff to all the survey team. Now, I didn't know this guy you could just take out of your inventory and throw a truffle on him, a hearty truffle on him, because he actually tells you to go to a waterfall to get it. A gentle aroma with a strong hearty undertow. My dear hearty truffle, I have you now. So we come to the rescue, get this guy to wake up, and was that just a dream? And where am I? That's right, I was changing the beds. Anyway, thank you for waking me up. I need to hurry back to the inn. Oh, that traveler's going to be so mad at me. Yep, he is. Had we gone to the inn, we would have had this backstory, but I didn't go into the inn, and this is a side quest that I just completed. Alright, now read the book. The stone slab at the large ring ruin. Some translation notes Toro. The Demon King, vast power, no hope, victory. King's own life, managed in prison not indefinitely. Prepared demon, revival. We sages must leave our knowledge for future generations. Reading between the lines, this slab seems to be a record of how the king in those days challenged the Demon King. If I had to extrapolate the meaning, I guess it at something like this. The reigning king determined that they were no match for the Demon King and gave his own life to imprison the threat. That's a good translation. The sages tried to leave something for the people of the future who would have to prepare for the Demon King's revival. Alright, so this is our third slab. We're going to go over and I think explore that ring ruin. Typically that's what I do. We'll see if that's actually what I do. Right now apparently I'm just checking out the entire village instead of moving. So go figure. But yeah, typically I go ahead and go up there because there's potentially treasure up there. So that's why I would go ahead and just go up there and see if I can do uppies here. Yay! And we love uppies. I've already said that. Okay. Oh, did Pura send you? I'm Sagaru. Nice to meet you. I specialize in studying the Sky Islands. I mean, look at these fascinating ruins just dropping out of the sky. Great stuff, right? Yep, sure do. Wait, you're not with the survey team. This is official Ring Ruins research site. It's dangerous for civilians here. But if you're the sort of guy who comes all the way out here for curiosity's sake, you must be a researcher at heart. Since you're here, I'm happy to answer questions, as long as they're about Sky Islands. What are Sky Islands? Anything live up there? What makes you curious? Goodbye. We don't have a way to get to the Sky Islands, at least not yet. I'd love to go someday. I bet the folks in Terrytown could improve the balloon. I wish I had a reason to head over there. And I like this next ring ruin the most. Oh yeah, I'm still going to explore this ring ruin. I forgot. Uh, I was thinking I was moving on to the next ring ruin. But no, I've got to explore this one first. Yeah, so I have to climb in here. Fortunately, it's not raining, so I can make it easily. And yay! Now we're just going to look around, see what we see, and yeah, that's a complete ring. I'm looking around like I haven't played this game before. But again, the reality is, you do these things once, and there's a chest. That's why I came in here. You do these things once, and then you don't do them again until you restart the game. So after this game, or this episode, I start looking things up in Google because I don't want to waste your time. I want to try and accomplish something, in every video, even if what I'm accomplishing is all the steps to get to the next aspect. So it's always a good idea to get on top of things, not just because you can fly easier, but because of possible Koroks. However, I always will take this time to stop and stare at the dragons. And not only are they beautiful, but they also are, the music is beautiful around them. And that's why you come up to the top of things, you have a Korok. So everything that I'm accomplishing in this particular episode does benefit me when I get 2 more steps done that are main quest steps. But at the same time, even though all of this that I'm doing right now is a side quest that sets up for a main quest, I still have to accomplish 2 other main quests before I can complete this side quest and accomplish the main quest after this. Now we're heading over to the 4th ruin, and we're going to drop down here and get these fire fruits because, anytime we can stop for fire fruits and splash melons, we're going to do that because we always need those things. I think this is my favorite ring ruin because we come across these 2 old geezers who are just arguing with each other. I don't care how many times you say it, the best defense is a good offense is still nonsense. And now look at us. It'll take all night. We haven't gotten any closer to getting rid of the monsters. And we won't as long as you keep turning it upside down. The best offense is not a good defense. You're stubborn old codger. Yeah, look who's talking. They are supposed to be killing monsters, not arguing with each other. So we need to go in here and make sure we have the correct weapons. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Yeah, this is my favorite ring ruin just because we get to beat up some monsters. And bang, shot him in the nose. Now we come over here and deal with these. And the 2 codgers arguing with each other. Just cracks me up, but yeah. And this is a black bokoblin here. I actually need his horns for armor. I find that out later, I think. But at any rate, it's always good. Hey, Doolin, thanks for your help, dude. Yeah, so we get to fight monsters. We get to listen to those old codgers argue. And then we also get a treasure, even if it is just bright bloom seeds. So that's why this one is my favorite. I enjoy it very much. And I absolutely love these spike ball rocks or weapons. So I will always drop something for that spike ball. Just because A, it gives you more power, but it actually has a lot of durability. And this is the last slab for now. This stone slab of the Nestled Ring Ruins, some translation notes. Alright. Those who most elite among the granted qualifications are chosen as sages. Those wear these secret stones and henceforth sages. Clearly the sages are the subject of this slab. Filling in the blanks, I think it's basically saying talented individuals become sages by taking up secret stones. So this kind of explains things prior to us going into, the 4 phenomenon areas and learning about the sages. So we kind of bypass this entire area. So yeah, let's use Unibo and break this open to get to a second chest in this area. Yay, 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 we done it. And we actually get a Zonite sword, which is a one-handed sword, so I actually like it. So let's see if I drop anything for it. I decide not to. I need that topaz sword for something else. So that's why Or I think I might have already showed it where I had to beat up those Gibdos with it. Any rate, so yeah, so it's indicating, hey, oh, this isn't the guy that I killed earlier. Um, so yeah, so we could have approached this entire area from up here, but whatever. Um, jump, 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 and see what else we have. And I'm just looking around before I go talk to the codgers. There we go. You defeated all the monsters. Just who are you? That was some kind of fighting he did there, Alkin. It sure was a firm grasp on defense and a strong hand with defense. Yeah, something like that. Well, good. I'm glad I taught you guys right from wrong, offense from defense. Have I had it wrong all these years? It's plain as day now. You can't defeat your enemies purely with defense. No, I had it wrong. If you just attack, you're going to get hurt, or worse. Well, the important thing is that we've realized the truth before it's too late. We need a balance between the two. And this fine fighter here showed us the way. I don't know if this is a good reward, but Olkin knows a thing or two about defense. I'm all about offense. I doubt there's much a warrior like you can learn from us. Well, now that the monsters are gone, I'd suggest that we head back to our village. Right, I bet Triss's store is running low on goods right now. People there must be in deep need. Yep, yep, that's true. It was pretty much empty. Alrighty, so we've now gone to all of them. Now that you've chased off the monsters, I can go back to investigate the stone slab and the ring ruin. Thank you. Well, I'm done here. It must have been important. It's a shame we don't yet know what they meant by sage and secret stone. Okay, so now we're going to head back down the hill here and go back into the village, I think. Maybe not. I don't know now. I love these mountain formations, and they actually really do exist in real life. There's a Korok seed on the top of that mountain, just so you know. So I may be going and helping that Korok. We'll see. I don't know. What am I going to do now? Delete a pin. Okay. It's so funny to watch me play this game after the fact and have to do this voiceover. And it's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. Let me pick up these tomatoes. Because now I'm like second guessing, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Oh, I think I decided to go deal with the Great Berry, don't I? Is that what I decided to do? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, and I noticed the tomatoes, so I suddenly stop and grab the tomatoes. Sorry, this is just cracking my own self up. You don't have to laugh with me. I'm just humored by me. I entertain myself. Oh, more tomatoes. Let's stop for those, because, those are important. Let's see here. And I don't find what I was looking for going this direction, because I'm trying to get to the guy with the great berry thing, but this is not the route. So now I'm like, oh, wait a minute here. I don't know why I didn't just do the shrine and go back via the shrine. Oh, yep, I need these sticky frogs. The sticky frogs and the sticky lizards, just so you know, the reason why I keep grabbing them or shooting them, it's to improve the armor on the froggy suit so that I have better froggy suit armor for the purpose of it helps enhance its ability to climb. So yeah, so that's actually why I keep shooting sticky frogs and sticky lizards. It's for that froggy suit. Um, I'm probably the only person that's actually a fan of the froggy suit. I don't think anybody else really likes it. I don't know. Um, but once you realize that the only thing you can't do in it is do the jumping up, it does actually work well. And you can actually climb. You actually can climb in wet conditions with that suit. And that's the thing that will always interfere with your gameplay is if it's raining and you need to climb, you're not going to be able to climb. And the spraying and the rockets, they only launch you so high. So it gets frustrating in a real big hurry. Alright, so now what am I thinking? Why did I stop in the middle of the road here? Well, if you like this video, please subscribe. So I didn't really pause there for that purpose in my gameplay because I never know when I'm going to put those little messages in when I do my editing. I never know where they're going to be. That would be funny if I started pausing the game and just saying that in game, but it would be a nightmare for editing. Okay, so now it's time to attempt to get to the fifth ring ruin. Under Princess Zelda's order, everyone is strictly forbidden from going to this fifth one. If that applies to an archaeologist like me, it certainly applies to an amateur like you. Goodbye. So sometimes when I'm playing the game, um, I will get so caught up in playing the game that I lose track of time. And I try to make these videos about 35 minutes, but I'm almost done with this quest, and I was thinking I would be able to complete this quest. So now I'm just wandering around to everybody in the village trying to find Tora and Peya, I think is the leader, the village leader, chief. Um, I'm trying to find them to start the next ring. Um, and I can't find them. Um, and I think in game I'm like, well, they're probably shacking up together, and that's why I can't find them. But yeah, and then I talk to this guy and I tell him about all that I've found with the rings because he's afraid of heights. So he totally wants to study these rings, but he's so afraid of heights, he can't do that. He can't get up there. So I just keep, telling him, hey, found this, found this, found this, found this, found this. Um, and so, yeah, he wants to know all about these ring ruins, and so that's why we're stopping and talking to him. It's a side quest, but um, you know, it's one of those that you're already going to all the ring ruins, so stopping and talking to him, it's taking what 20, 30 seconds to do all this. It probably goes faster, but I'm just going slower. But Link keeps telling him about each ring ruin, and we keep going through the exact same dialogue with each one of these, so that's why I'm not reading every one of them. So at any rate, so now this should be the last one, with the exception of the fifth one. We don't have that one yet. Hey, hey, you don't think the Demon King is coming back, do you? Yep, I do. So only one left, and this is what I know about the one left, and apparently he doesn't need all five, he only wants four of them, I think. We'll find out after this dialogue. I can't remember now. Literally, I think I played this section like 2 weeks ago, and I've slept since then. Um, so, yeah. One single message you don't like. Could the rest of the message be on the floating slab? But why? Oh, this is impossible. Trying to figure this stuff out is making my head hurt. Yeah, mine too. Alright. I learn a little something every day. Thank you for everything, from one sightseer to another. I'd like to reward you with one of my personal favorite travel necessities. A thunderwing butterfly? I caught unusual insects. Yeah, okay. Great. Thanks for the butterflies, dude. Um, Maybe, I think I need them actually for, um, armor. Yeah, I think I actually need them. Okay, so I finished that quest. Now I'm needing to find Peya and Taro. But then I realized that it's like 4 o'clock in the morning for Peya and Taro. So I decided to go to this hill up here where this Korok seed is at. And yeah, this is going to be a funny adventure that happens. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, bottom line is, I know what I need to do, but my execution is not always that great. Um, at any rate, we're going to get to the top of this little hill here. Earlier, I had put a yellow pin there because I knew that there was a Korok up there because I'd discovered him in previous games. So now I'm just going to do some uppies to make my climb shorter. And I'm trying to still get up here to this Korok. And I decide to jump off, and I actually go down before I go up. At any rate, so we climb up here, and I'm going to get all these nightingales, I think, blue nightshades, there we go. Because I need all of these for armor, to enhance my armor. And I believe it's needed for the Hylian armor that I normally wear. Right now I'm wearing sneak armor, basically because I forgot that I'm still wearing the sneak armor that I purchased. I think I purchased it in the last video. But here's our Korok seed up here on this hill. And yeah, and it's one of those where I've lost my friends. And I don't pick up the Silent Princess, which is that flower that I just bypassed, or I try not to. I lost my friend. Well, I haven't lost my friend. I just packed too much. And now I'm too tired to make it over there. Well, sir, you could have packed less, but you also could have avoided climbing up this hill and just walked around this hill. Because, yeah, most people would be exhausted after climbing up a hill like this. So, I think, okay, well, instead of dealing with Tora and Paya, I want to come over here and I'm going to fly this Korok seed to his friend. And this is kind of where the comedy starts. I don't know if I've discussed before how not good I am at the transportation part of this, which is probably why I like to do the uppies so much. Because I'm not the best pilot on this planet. Planted? Planted. Okay. Planet. Hi, I know how to speak. No, I don't. I'm lying. And of course, immediately I I almost put that plane up there, and it just, well, I put it up there and it immediately starts rolling away, which was not the intention. So now I have to kind of have it dangle like that, and then I can put these bands on and the steering stick. And I don't even know why I put two fans. I could have just gotten away with one fan. The more fans doesn't make it fly faster, in my opinion. It flies the same. So I don't know. But anyway, now we put the steering stick on. And then you have to talk to the Korok seed before you can pick him up because he goes, oh! See how he did that? Oh, well, I guess I could pick him up. Alright, whatever. So I stand in front of this plane because I know it's going to immediately roll and I don't want to chase after it. So I'm jumping on it and then grabbing the control and then I can fly. Because I'm not good at chasing after it and jumping, so that's why I stand in front of it and all I have to do is jump when it comes towards me. Now, here's where the comedy occurs. Yeah, I have no idea what I was thinking. Other than I really am not good at... I should have just tanked it right there. But what I did instead was, yeah, jumped off. Yep, I did that. And of course I can't catch it, so now I have to chase after it because the Korok seed is on it. So I have to go after this plane that I just jumped off. And fortunately for me, I can at least use Tulin and glide down to it, so that helps to some degree, but it doesn't change the fact that it just flies over a Lionel, which is one of the hardest monsters to beat in Breath of the Wild as well as Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm not convinced I'm strong enough yet to actually take on a Lionel. So I immediately am like, oh, let's get out of here. Now, what I failed to realize is that the plane itself, that winch thingy, it's breaking. So I end up on the rolling cart, and there's the Lionel in my face immediately. So what I do is I always hang out back at his haunches, and I just start whacking away at with him because I know there's nothing else I can do. I could teleport, but then I would lose the Korok seed. And I just had to climb that hill for the Korok seed, so I'm not going to leave that Korok seed behind. So I just keep hiding out at his haunches because unlike most horses will kick with their back legs, not only rear up with their front legs, but kick with their back legs. He doesn't kick with his back legs. He only will rear up, and he'll twist and turn around. And of course, I'm getting kicked and hit, and I'm having to eat food because he almost killed me just there. Now, if you're a really good gamer, you can actually do these whole parry things and, really just do the rush attacks and things of that nature. I'm not that good of a gamer. That takes I couldn't even fly the plane correctly. So why are you under under any expectation that I have the ability to not die? Link, get a weapon, quit ducking, and get your shield up. Yeah, thank you, Link, and look at that. Put on your stronger gear. That's smart. Yeah, I just realized that I'm still in my sneak armor, and I would have been dead had I still been in that sneak armor. But that's okay. I'm going to eat a bunch of food right now. And this is not one of the strongest Lionels. The strongest one, I'd already have been dead. So I'm just like shoving apples down Link's throats. Yeah, yeah. It's a sad state for me because I was totally unprepared to fight this thing. But I like to hang out in the haunches area and just that's kind of his blind spot, and that's just how I play it. I just find that's the fastest. Now he's going to blow fire, and instead of running, I make Link duck instead of run, so he gets knocked down. But fortunately, that didn't kill him. And now I'm just going to keep hitting him, and he's going to keep hitting me. And what's funny is I realized that, I'm fighting a Lionel here, and I was not prepared for it. In later episodes, I actually introduce the Lionel and show who he is and everything else, and I even take a picture of him, and yeah, but it's hilarious to me because I forgot that I had this fight, but he's almost dead, just so you know. He is so close to being dead right now that it's not even funny. I should be able to take him out here shortly. And maybe, no, I'm going to have to eat first probably or get another weapon. And he keeps trying to attack, and now we've killed him. So there you have it. Fortunately, the Korok seed did not disappear. I was afraid that it would. But I just got some really good weapons. And he's, again, like I said, not even the strongest one of these Lionels. But yeah, he hurt my feelings pretty good here. But I also was so ill prepared to fight him. It's not even funny. Mentally, I wasn't even prepared to fight him. But obviously, I get a really good 3-shot bow and arrow. But I also get a really good shield, too. Yeah, 44 Lionel shield. So, yeah, this is something that, we can take a lot of pride in. Beating him, even though I typically don't even try to until I get about 5 more hearts. I'm happy that I actually got to that. But I also decided to end the video here. Thanks for watching Gaming for Grandparents. It is free to subscribe. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Thank you.